form of Islam that is the second smaller sect. The larger sect is known as Sunni Islam, and the reason there's a division there is because Shia believed that only Muhammad's descendant, direct descendant, the Prophet's direct descendant, could rule and make decisions for the Islamic faith. While Sunni believed as long as you were a good Muslim that you could rule. It's considered the more extremist of the two Islamic faiths. It's where you get a lot of your terrorist groups like ISIS and Al Qaeda from.
Where does Shia come from?
So Shia came from the Muslim split that occurred around 900 AD.
Who was the creator of Shia?
Okay, so the creator of Shia was actually the cousin of Muhammad, because there was a competition for who was going to be the next leader, and he wanted to be it, but then everyone else wanted a different different leader because he had more power, was better known, more prestigious.
How does people need to worship?
Okay, so the way in which you worship for Islam, it's the same between both faiths. And one of the practices that you do daily is praying to Mecca. Mecca is the holy land of Islam. And when you're having this holy land and this prayer, you pray 5 times a day towards the direction of it, wherever the direction may be. And this is just one of the practices. There are other practices such as food practices, like things you can and cannot eat. There are things like you have to go to the temple, especially if you're a boy, to be trained in the basics of the Islamic faith. And then, like on Sundays, they also go to mosque, which is their temple.
Where does this Shia come from?
It's located in the Middle East. There are several countries that are completely Shia, such as Saudi Arabia, for example, and Afghanistan, and Iraq used to be mostly Shia.
Is there a leader or God?
They believe in one God, and their God is named Allah. He's the same God that is shared between the Christian and Jewish God. They just believe that Muhammad is the prophet versus Jesus being the Messiah, or there not being a Messiah at all.
How is Shia important? How does Shia impact the world?
Okay, so because Shia is such an extreme form of Islam, they tend to take their religion to a higher degree. Meaning, there are times and moments in which you have extremist groups, terrorist groups, that use Shia and speak towards Shiism as the reason why they're attacking countries like the United States with 9/11, or groups like ISIS right now. And they make promises such as 27 virgins when you go to heaven because you died in the cause of Muhammad, and things such as that.
Who does Shia associate with?
Shia, I'm sorry, what are you really asking? No, they are very much an internal group that does not marry outside of their own faith.
Do they help the community?
How old is the girl?
So, because they're such extremist groups and they're fairly small, they are really big in helping their local groups. So, like, the leader of Al Qaeda, right? Osama bin Laden. He was an amazing contributor and philanthropist for his country. He would give lots of money and schooling for his people, but at the same time, he expected them to give back to him in their practice of committing jihad, meaning dying for the cause. Jihad is kind of like kamikazes in World War II, you know, jumping off and getting killed for the cause. That's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.